Welcome. Sit down, roll up, pour up, turn up and tune in. Because you're now watching the Buncher Bull Network.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast. Down here at the Bunch of Bull Studios like we do every Saturday. And tonight, got a special guest in the building. Got my man Wvlf Jones in the house. How you feeling, brother?
Pretty good, pretty
Yeah,
good.
man. Yeah, welcome back, man. This is your third time to the show now, huh? You're a true friend of the network, obviously, family to not only the network, but the Marley State of Mind podcast. So I appreciate you coming back to join us again. But tonight's a little bit different. We wanted to talk about the album, right?
Yeah, recentering.
Yeah, for sure. I know the last time you were here, you were still in the works of working on it.
Yeah.
And you did tell us that you would come back once it was complete to share it with us in its entirety. We did hear some tracks off of the album last time you were here, obviously. But now with the release being here, how you feeling about it, bro?
It's good to let it out.
Yeah.
Just because, like, people got a way of, like, compartmentalizing and shit. And so instead of keeping the shit stuck inside of you, you just, like, spinning the fuck out randomly.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? Fuck it. This is what's going on. This is who I am. I give a fuck less. So
was this album you releasing all of that stuff that you kept pent up inside?
Yeah.
Kind of like therapy for you. I mean, not to be cliche, because we hear that so often.
No, but it definitely was. It definitely was. It was kind of like exposure therapy in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh shit, like the last thing I want to be is transparent with all these motherfuckers. But sure, here we go.
Yeah.
Then at the same note, like there really wasn't a planned structure or anything for the project. It was just like a lot of them flow like journal entries instead of like a traditional song structure.
Right.
And it's because I was just fucking ranting on a page.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck it, we go live. So like basically it just kind of came together.
You often do these unorthodox things in your music, right? You do is this intentional, or is this just the way you let your art out? Is this just the way it is?
So originally when I first started recording, I didn't really know how to write hooks and shit. So I think it's kind of like a hangover or holdover or whatever the fuck. Because now like I can write a hook, but sometimes it's just more comfortable just like do run-on fucking verses and shit. Plus, like back in the day, you have like Game dropping like 300 bars and running and shit. Like,
right.
If he can do it, then fucking I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a lot of beauty in that. And I think it's cool to play with the art in that way and to express it in different ways and to show different things, because we don't have to go, the traditional sense. And I think it's even more or even less traditional now in hip hop, right? Because it used to be 3/16s and a hook, right? That was just pretty much the formula.
And then it got cut down to like
2 verses, and and then those verses aren't even 16s anymore. Sometimes
and now it'll be like a
12,
verse,
14,
a hook, a bridge, then a chorus or some shit.
Yep. And then that's like the song.
Either cuts off sharp or it flows out to like some whole other shit.
Yeah. No, it's much less. There's much less of a rigid routine.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think it's nice to expand it and move it around, and you certainly always do that. And I think even one of the first times I met you for one of your shows, it was you were going to freestyle. You was like, I'm gonna freestyle this whole show. Like that's going to be my set. I'm gonna go from one song to the next freestyle, which is unique within itself, right? How many people are just doing a freestyle set?
No, it's cool because so after the show yesterday, we ended up going to 2 other shows at other family for real. They were performing, and there was this one dude that was performing during Tasia's set, and he was just freestyle, just saxophone. So like as the song's coming in, he's just kind of going with whatever the fuck. He was killing the shit. Yeah.
That's very much true of jazz, right?
Irwin.
Jazz.
That nigga on High Street.
What's his name?
Irwin. Yeah.
Shout out to Irwin for sure.
If I heard that correct.
Yeah. To the best of his knowledge, that's what his
to the best of my knowledge.
That's bro's name, man. So shout out to him. I mean, that's pretty common for jazz too, because jazz is very much a free form art form. So they do a lot of jam sessions and stuff like that and record them. Coltrane, Thelonious Monk. A lot of those musicians would have. I mean, they're just
Yeah.
jam sessions and they'll record them, and whatever comes out of it is what they'll make the songs. And so it's cool to see someone in a very same tradition still
Yeah.
acting that out to this day with the saxophone. So shout out to bro for sure. Um, is that how you approach your music a lot of times? Just whatever you're feeling.
Pretty much.
Forget the format, forget being regimented. It's just however I'm feeling is I'm gonna jot this down.
Sometimes like a hook will hit me first, and then I'll just go off of that.
Yeah,
And that's usually how I end up getting any song that has like a hook to it.
yeah,
But for the most part, it's just kind of like keep going. Oh shit, I should probably stop here.
right.
Or I don't know. I like the non-traditional kind of structure of the songs because it throws you off, or like it makes it feel like more of an experience.
Mm,
Hopefully not sounding like pretentious or some shit.
yeah,
But like I don't know. I think it was like Schoolboy Q. He said something like most people do like a 16 or like a 14 or something. I did a 19
yeah,
because it sounded better.
yeah,
And I was just like, oh well, shit. And if I misquoted that, then hey, I don't like being beholden shit.
yeah. Yeah, no. Like I said, I think it's a good way to approach it, and it is art. So you should express it in the way that you deem necessary, or the
Yeah,
way that you see fit, and you shouldn't be held to these restraints, because once you start restraining art, it's no longer art at that point in time, right? It becomes something else altogether
yeah.
differently. Art is very free flowing, so the fact that you do that is cool. But we definitely want to get into this music, right? Because that's why we're here. We want to talk about Recenter. So just tell me about the project in general. Like, you've been here a couple times, so I'm not going to get too much in your history. If you guys want to check out more about Wvlf Jones and his history is coming up on the West Virginia hip hop scene, especially Morgantown scene. Definitely check out the first couple episodes that we did with him. But tell me about this project in particular, and tell me about like the very beginning of it. Like, what sparked off the idea of the project? Was it a song, or was it more like you had a collection of songs? You're like, man, maybe I should turn this into a project, or did you start writing with the intent of a project to begin with?
So I say like my creative process is like I'll just listen to beats, and then eventually one will grab me, and then I just whatever the fuck comes out,
Yeah,
that's what the song's about.
yeah,
Um, which I think is why like sometimes I get into like a lot more of like an insightful kind of lean. I got shit that you can dance and do all kinds of shit
sure,
too, but
sure,
for the most part, it's more the like, okay, he's definitely in his head or some shit.
yeah,
I like listen to beats, whatever comes out, comes out. And in this specific case, I received some information that like really fucked me up, to be honest. And I wrote like 8 songs in that one fucking night.
damn,
And then I woke up the next day and I was just like, oh shit. So I didn't really know what else to do with it. I mean, we're all musicians and recording artists. So I did what we normally do. And I was just like, well, fuck, let's hear it.
yeah,
Where do we go with this? And I'll admit, like, I was angry at the beginning, and that's why like the first few songs are kind of like very detailed and insightful. But like I made it a point to like keep names and shit out because nobody
yeah,
needs public disrespect. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They know what they did. You ain't
right,
got to go on the exposure tour. That shit's weird.
right.
Um,
But it's true to your story, so you had to let it out.
right.
Yeah.
Because like if I just kept it in, I was gonna keep fucking me up, and I just walk around angry as shit.
Now, is that common for you to write that many songs in a night, or was that a night? Is that just a special night within itself? Like, is it common for you to write at that type of pace?
I'll say typically I could write like 2 to 6.
Yeah,
Um, it just depends what the energy is. Like it's got to be like a deep immersion with the writing process,
right.
or like I can't just half-ass write, or I'll like bullshit the song and just kind of like keep adding to it or something. But
Yeah.
it always shows. So um
So you write those first 8 songs, um, because you were dealing with your situation and you found that to be cathartic. Is that typically where your music come from? Does it come from a space of like distress, or does it come from like a feeling of an event happening and it inspires you to write music? Is that typically how your creative process goes?
it's usually like event based, or it's the previous one where it's just like, okay, well, I don't like talking to nobody about shit. So technically I'm talking to myself, dropping
Yeah,
little like notes to myself.
yeah,
And the music part is just kind of like the cathartic portion where it's like, all right, well, let's have some degree of fun with this, or let's explore this idea, or let's figure out You know, how do I feel about it? Oh, that's what that sounded like. Okay, cool. Future me, I got you. Like,
yeah, you're really taking negatives and turning them into something productive.
yeah, I call it like a net positive.
Mhm.
Because as long as it's an opportunity to like grow, whether it's mostly as a person,
Yeah,
anybody that ain't doing personal work, fucking start. But
yeah,
it also helps grow like your craftsmanship. It sharpens your pen. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, cool. Like, I discovered that I'm a much better writer than I thought I was at the time of writing, because like after listening through mixes and shit, it's just like, oh damn, that's what that sounds like. That's crazy. Like, you finally hear yourself think in a way. So yeah.
Was it different listening to the complete project in its totality as opposed to creating a project? Did you have different
Yes.
set of ears on it, different like viewpoint, a vantage point, if you will, of it?
Yeah. I'm very nitpicky, like overly meticulous about shit. And fortunately, that attracts people that are on the same type of time.
Yeah.
You
You said
know,
it took 2 years. You told me off camera it took 2 years for the project to come out.
yeah,
Yeah.
because we just kept adding shit. It was supposed to just be 8. It turned into 18.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because it was also kind of documenting like the process of like unpacking a bunch of different stuff, because it wasn't just relationship shit. It was also like shit having to do with me as a person, how I see the world, you know, the people that raised me, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Just it kind of like opened the Pandora's box from the situation, but there was so much other shit to also unpack.
That you had to unpack, yeah.
So I'm thankful that I went through that, because it's like, all right, cool. Like, you got a little bit more understanding of the world. You know yourself better. You know what you do and don't tolerate. That's cool.
Yeah.
But also, you allowed to say that shit sucked.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it's going to be a project for people to try to like stonewall their emotions. That, or it's going to hit them the hardest.
Yeah.
Because you got to be open to like critical thinking and shit. And there's really no bad guys on the project. That's something else I realized. Because, you know, when you in the middle of a situation, you're like, man, fuck that person.
Yeah.
But like on the other side of it, I mean, again, it's been like 2.5 years. So I've also had time to think and be like, damn, well, a lot of the shit I'm on here saying also applies to me.
Right.
You know, or yeah, no, I remember how it looked seeing that person in this situation. So nah, like y'all both dealt with some shit. Don't be selfish.
Yeah. You had time to truly reflect on the situation given there was so much time in between now,
right,
from when you started the project and had those feelings
right,
to the completion of the project, and you get to hear it and reflect on that person you were at that time, as well as the person that inspired it that was at the time.
right.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
know, so it kind of resolved the situation for me as well, instead of it just being like some lifelong lingering shit like a lot of people do.
Yeah,
You know, so it's just like, yeah, no, like let me process this shit. Let me take the healthy route. This might not be always the nicest or kindest route to approach people, but I'm allowed to be like, nah, this shit was fucked up.
yeah,
So
for sure, man. Let's get into it a little bit. Give us the backdrop of it. Where should we start in the project?
I say Divine Intervention, featuring Tasia Ciara.
Yeah, tell me about the track.
So pretty much it's about like not being fully like religious aligned in a relationship. You know, there's always one person that a little bit more pious than the other. But this is more of when it's like more of like a clear, like crucial line or some shit.
Being crossed?
On both sides, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, well, I'm being contemptuous, so fuck what you're saying, but also I know I need to hear it. But then the other person is like insisting that you change instead of like letting you fucking figure it out.
Right.
So
yeah, no, we'll definitely dig into that more after we get into the track, because that's a interesting concept, and it's a very important thing to consider when entering a relationship. Because a lot of times, you know, as human beings, we can be shallow, right?
yeah,
We can be attracted to a person purely off
for
of
a quality,
yeah,
but not for the quality of them.
yeah, and then as you get into a relationship and you start to want to love and grow with this person, you start to realize, man, we have some
Incompatibilities.
yeah, some strong incompatibilities at that,
Yeah.
right? Ones that you never considered in a moment of lust or
Right. Well, and that's another thing, is like, I'm not ashamed to say, as a human, fuck that as a man, as a woman shit. As a human, like finally understand what the fuck courting and shit is.
yeah.
Like, I realize I'm mad young. I also realize in a lot of ways I'm kind of too old to just be figuring that shit out.
Well,
But
I think that's a thing to our society, right? Because we don't do courting. I think
Right. It's just like, I like this person. And
we're
now
together
we in
now.
this situation.
Yep. I think I used to say that all the time. You know,
The only faith dictator for most relationships is, did you fuck before or after the title?
yeah. And
And
I
that's
think
the American standard.
nowadays, right? Because I used to tell people all the time, especially in my single moments, I would be like, you know, I'm like Richie Cunningham. Like I'm gonna tell Mary Sue that I'm dating Billy Joe on Tuesday, but this doesn't mean that we're doing anything. This means that we're
Right.
going to get to know each other and see if we're compatible. You know, if anytime you're going to a job interview, they're going to talk to you first. They're going to see if you're a
Right.
good fit, and they might bring you back for a second interview to see if you're a good fit because they're not sure about the. So why should dating being indifferent, especially if you were dating for a purpose of a
It's
relationship?
because America is a society built on money, right?
Mhm.
So, of course, we're going to value being employed and our job quality before we evaluate how it affects our household.
Right.
Excuse me. You ain't think about the household when you step out in the day. I mean, a lot of people probably should. I know even more do.
Right.
But like, that's not your first thought walking out. Is, damn, I gotta clock in, or oh shit, I gotta get this bill. I gotta get that. This just bouncing all over the place about fundamentally money. It takes up so much space in the American consciousness that like you just don't think about yourself.
Yeah.
You don't think about the extended
neglect-
parts of
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
You know, because you too focused on maintaining the idea of what you are working for instead of what you actually are.
Right.
So you get distracted.
The image of what you're working for instead of what you're actually working for. For sure. Let's get into this divine intervention.
Sometimes you wish what you want. Be careful, might get what you need. A life full of things to unlearn. Beware of the process repeats. Sometimes you gotta look up. Acknowledge the lesson received. Hey, sometimes you wish what you want. Be careful, might get what you need. A life full of things to unlearn. Beware of the process repeats. Sometimes you gotta look up. Acknowledge the lesson received. It's funny cause leading to God, the only way I find relief. See what direction you're leading, the true hidden meaning when saying I just need my space. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Way across the continent, oh, and you'll need your own place. Crazy you once set releases when 20-some months we've been shaping our start our own way. I could have left at your beck and then call, but my gut kept on turning, had something to say. What if I do all this shit to accommodate you when the only results I'm displaying? What if I'm tripping? What if it's the mission? I know that I'm hockey resistant to change. I never really could reach out to you about all the deep-rooted seeds in my brain. Call it a phase, I'm feeling deranged. You got me convinced too much stains on my name. Presence in scriptures, you tried to uplift me, but ultimately language wasn't the same. Dealing with problems internally, interpersonally, my nigga, it's all the same lane. Struggling, learning my faith. My efforts weren't equally yoked. When I said maybe we could, just figured it out. You treated my hopes as a threat. The core on the Bible, you using the Torah to change the remain in my head. I'm sketching this testament from every second. You made me think God is the problem. My spiritual journey was never in step with your witches religiously faltered. I admire that God is your center, but let me discover the love of my Father. Hey, sometimes you wish what you want. Be careful, might get what you need. A life full of things to unlearn. Beware of the process repeat. Sometimes you gotta look up. Acknowledge the lesson received. It's funny cause leading to God, the only way I find release. Hey, sometimes you wish what you want. Be careful, might get what you need. A life full of things to unlearn. Beware of the process repeats. Sometimes you gotta look up. Acknowledge the lesson received. It's funny cause leading to God, the only way I find release. At first, I ain't really get much of an ear. My trauma had me skipping gospel. I wonder if all of this shit had to happen to humble myself and acknowledge. I was praying for God to reveal what I need. You're the vessel he's using to pop up. I've got issues with family values. I tried to explain what it's like with no papa. Y'all melanin master perpetual factors. We're coming from two different cultures. You just wanted our world in your image, and after all, safe to say, you finally got it. I'm disposable. I'm so replaceable. I ain't worth shit to you. Hey, I've been watching. Leave that man, leave that job, leave that area, leave that state. She don't need me, we ain't locked in faith. I couldn't look for that with you in my face. Sorry, my bad, God forgives, okay. You said that you're a Christian, but you're judging everything. That's the kind of acts that give it all a bad shape. Part of the reason why the chapel wasn't calling my name. I had guilt, had hurt, had shame. You fed into that, and the scars still remain.
You know,
Divine intervention.
Divine Intervention featuring Tasia CR.
Do you feel like the cause of this project? Watch how smooth I did. Do you feel like the cause of this project was divine intervention? Like the events leading up to cause this project were divine intervention?
Just because, like, in hindsight, there's no version of the situation that would have existed without somebody having to reduce themselves. So, like, if she had stayed back here, like, she was trying to get the fuck out of here. So that at the beginning of the relationship,
right,
it was just the way it transpired that fucked me up.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like me going out to fucking Texas, it's like, all right, cool. Like, I'm ready for change. I'm ready to leave Morgantown. You know, I always loved Morgantown. I always loved West Virginia. I always loved Southwest PA. This is home. But at the same note, I have shit out there and I have nothing lined up. And I would have been out there fundamentally by myself just to be with somebody else.
Right.
That don't make no fucking sense. Like, you don't have no way to guarantee that this is going to be a positive situation for yourself.
Right.
So in one way or another, I'd end up getting my ass kicked. She stay here, I go there, and I'm not present in a relationship. She's emotionally getting her ass kicked. Like, that's not fair to nobody.
Yeah.
But I only realized that because of this project. Because
that's what I was going to ask you. Is this something you came to the realization of in hindsight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where it's like when I was writing, it was on semantic shit. It wasn't on no like, oh, I'm gonna write this song because fuck you. No, it was like, God damn, I got to get this shit out my head. Like,
yeah.
You know, and then I'd hear it back and I'd be like, oh fuck, wait, can you say that? Oh fuck. And at some point I had to admit, it's like, yo, this is like a no turning back kind of point. Like, you crossing the Rubicon here.
Yeah.
Cause like once this shit come out, like, it's out. You can't change that, but you also can't change none of the shit that made you feel that way. So it kind of forced reflection and acceptance at the same time.
Is this one of your most personal projects to date? One of your most vulnerable?
I thought that Something Slight was going to be like the grand opus, but honestly, it's just like I stopped giving a fuck about being perceived as an artist.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is who the fuck I am. Complete person, like it or don't, love it or hate it, it's not my fucking problem. But this shit can no longer stay in my body.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just like, I don't fucking care what people think of me. And I love it that way.
Yeah.
So why
is that a role you had to grow into? Not caring? Yeah.
For sure. Because before, like, as artists, one second. As artists, you know, we kind of put on like a persona. Celebrities, they put on a persona. So like, kind of cracking the veil on that shit where it's like, I don't give a fuck how this shit affects anything.
Yeah.
That's a level of peace that I feel like a lot of artists don't get. Because like, once you get signed and shit, you got to be marketable.
Right.
You know, but these are also the type of projects that people love underground music in general for. Because like, there's no marketing budget to dictate what you say. There's no PR campaign. Or
there's no restriction on your art.
Right. Like, there's nothing holding you to keeping up imagery. And I've heard a lot of interviews from different artists where they're like, you know, honestly, I miss having privacy, or like, I miss not having to give a fuck.
Yeah.
And people are like, you're rich. What the fuck do you mean? It's like, no, like, I have to fucking care 24/7.
Yeah. Because you're a brand now.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you have money behind you. You can't fuck up that money.
Yeah.
But which comes back to that earlier conversation. But like, I don't think that that's something I look forward to. Like, I would love a greater opportunity for my music. I would love a greater opportunity for me and my family. But that is something I'm wary of. Is like, Hollywood be eating people the fuck up.
Yeah. Sure.
Hell, even being big in your local area will eat you the fuck up, because you start to grow that ego. You start to build on that persona.
Well, and also the whispers get louder, right?
Yeah.
People start.
And if you fuck up,
people stop perceiving you as a person.
It's harder too.
Yeah, exactly. Because people stop.
There's more risk.
They're relentless with you,
Yeah.
right? There's no hold bars. And anytime you got people who love you, you're gonna have people who hate you.
Exactly. That's just the duality of man. Like, there's no existing being able to please every single situation.
Right. Exactly.
And the more you strive to, the more you're just being self-destructive.
Yeah.
You go and turn into the fucking villain eventually.
Yeah.
You know, which I reiterate, like, this ain't a project that's about pointing out who did what worse. It's just, hey, y'all, like, this is what happened, and I don't give a fuck what you think about it.
Yeah.
Here's some pretty beats to go behind that.
Yeah.
Like,
and this is what I got behind what happened.
Literally.
This is what came from me.
And then, like, it was a situation, like, niggas was, like, playing with my name and doing all kinds of weird shit. And not necessarily from said ex, but just in the surrounding situations. It's just like, yeah, no, fuck it. Like,
you had to get some straight.
What do I have to lose? Yeah. Fuck it. Like, I'm already at this low of a point. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
So I did a favor and I left names out because why the fuck would I seek validation through that? Like, I'm already validated in the fact I said what I said.
Right.
I don't have to take the extra energy to be fucking spiteful and shit.
Has anyone that inspired any of this music had a chance to hear any of this music? To your knowledge, anyway?
Not that I'm aware of, and frankly, I don't think they ever will.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do, like, I do want to say, like, I apologize to her family. I ain't say nothing fucking wild, but it's just like, y'all know who I am, you know, and there's certain timestamps and shit to line up to where it's just like, you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
You know, I don't want nobody to be like, oh, he's being fucking malicious. I'm not.
That's not the intent.
It's my personal story.
Yeah.
And when y'all stop like reaching out and checking on me and shit, like, I already knew what it was. You know, I'm no fucking dummy.
You know where they're standing. You know, yeah.
Right. You've already removed me from your life. So, you know, you don't have control over my story. You don't have control over my experience.
Yeah.
So it's a respectful thing, but I do realize that it's inherently disrespectful.
I mean, to a degree, though, right? Like you said, it's your perspective, it's your side of the story, and like Divine Intervention, the song we just heard, and you speak about the, you know, not having that spiritual connection or having, you know, being on different sides of spirituality.
Yeah.
Like, you know, as we were talking about before this, that's a big thing to overcome. You know, I mean, it's a thing that people very seldom begin relationships, friendships, or any type of thing considering.
Well, it's like it gets to a point where you kind of like lose sight of your partner's humanity because you're focused on them, your partner, not any other facet of themselves.
Right.
So like it's easy to get zeroed in on shit. Whereas like there's this one thing or there's these series of things, you know, whereas like I'm not going to detach, but also fuck you.
Right.
But like you're mad because it's not meeting the expectation, not because they're not striving for it.
Right.
So I don't know. And that happens on both sides.
Sure.
That definitely happens on both sides where like you just look at your partner one day and you're like, is this impassable? No. Let me work on this.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot of that takes place, right? It's a lot of
not even on deep shit.
Yeah, right.
Just in general. It's like, man, fuck like, this nigga.
Can I take these potatoes crunching in the bed every night? Like, I don't know, bro. It's a lot of crunching that's going on that side of the bed, bro.
Right.
Like you said, it ain't that deep. It might not even be that deep.
But they be mad as fuck.
Mad as hell.
Don't matter who it is, they be mad as fuck.
I don't like that shit. Should be annoying. Let me go to bed. I don't want to hear that shit. What should we get into next off of here?
Evolution.
Tell me a little bit about it as we go to it.
So it's just kind of like painting a little bit more scenery, for lack of a better phrase. Kind of like the headspace that I was in as things were kind of like transitioning out, where it's like, oh shit, like, okay, so this is definitely dead, but fuck.
Right.
You know, like I said, where it's just like shit just kind of gets left like disconnected. So I don't know. It's a funky headspace, but it's also kind of like, no, because like I definitely did what I was trying to do.
Right.
I just ain't do it your way.
Like you said,
which is still a situation that like can be impassable in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, nah, fuck this. I'm cool.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to even know when you get to that point though, right? Like sometimes you may not even recognize it when it happens, because we just spoke about that. We alluded to this prior to this, is like you're taking those small evaluation of small things, and like can I live with this? Can I not? How
Or you
far?
just quietly making a checklist of
Yeah.
shit and don't realize it, and then one day the checklist is full.
Yeah.
But nobody talked about shit, or maybe y'all talked too much about shit and nothing really changed.
Yeah.
You know, so
It became something too hard to overcome.
yeah,
And then when you get there, you might not even realize you're there until it's gone.
right.
Yeah, for sure. So let's get into evolution, man. Let's paint that backdrop.
Am I really one of these hominids? I know that my heart isn't sinister. I can see when my eyes were reptilian. She said I got room to evolve. Like I'm just a nostril to Pithecus. I'm barely a man in your eyes. Shit, Lucy had too strong a grip on my life. Rebuking a nigga is not a surprise. I'm a Neanderthal now as you look at me. Like my only good trait is resiliency. I'm working on being more human. But why do I keep feeling sympathy? Just needed more time for discovery. And you claimed I was stuck in complacency. You perceive Appalachia so hatefully. Like our childhood home's in a place to be. Keep claiming I'm moving unfaithfully. Fuck it, and maybe I should deliver the ways I could. You're trying to get out of the woods. Packed up and move out to Houston. I'm spiraling, stuck in confusion. You said that I'm lacking solutions. I think that you meant I ain't shit. I gave you a timeline, budgets, itemized accounts. I gave you a script. And all you ever did was read. I'm a musician, I need you to listen. I'm a man rejected by everything covered. It's still niggas saying I'm gifted. Hey, your thoughts in my head like a pistol. Or maybe the whole time I'm whipped. Every day walking on eggshells and I'm barefoot in this bitch. Both inserted our fears like a spear tip. I got shafted and she doesn't feel shit. The fuck is wrong now? Been hearing the wrong sounds. My people supportive in multiple times. You called up the wrong crowd. This isn't a place, time of discussion to bring up the family business. But when you needed a boost aloof, I ain't sit still and just witness. And pain as I'm watching you heal. I guess it's a mutual deal. I could have said worse, but love for your house, the reason I'm keeping it chill. We used to compromise which holidays were here or there. Nobody reaching out to check on me, that don't seem fair. But you're that child and that's loyalty, I'm well aware. We used to speak on what's ideal as we get gray in hair. I'm scrolling Instagram, another man been staying there. So let's be friends before I leave, I've seen the meaning clear. Now I can't tell if you were planning on this all along. Ain't been in contact since them summer vibes were trailing off. May have seasonal depression, but that shit right there ain't even hit me like it does. I was already here. I started hitting up both faces conversationally. Was trying to analyze my past and how I people pleased. Dissected traumas in my partner choice consistencies. What is the source of who I'd welcome in to lay with me? The evolution of a soul that's seeking inner peace. I've ascertained that very few can still relate to me. A lot of baggage was unpacked, but thinking gratefully. I know this knowledge might enrage and validate your speech. I had slim pickings on the ways to learn what stable means. Realized I should've went and booked some fucking therapy. But running from my issues, part of why you skated sheesh. I'm never good enough for you, that's what your actions speak. Recalibrated my whole life to give your mind some ease. Whether you believe the facts or not, emotionally was greed. Right towards the end, both felt invisible, that's tragedy. We used to cook and smoke together as we laugh and eat. I dropped this project just to exercise transparency. Had to rephrase a couple bars, that karma ain't for me. Only a few people would know why I'm so jaded, please. Don't look at me like I ain't worked all year like slavery. The surface barely says I've changed, it's like an evergreen. I stay updating like an Apple product, nigga, please. I felt like Orpheus, of course, then you're Eurydice. I've been through hell and back. I looked to see if you would follow up. My lack of trust while you sought guidance had me fucking up. The other side, I'm back outside, but just feel swallowed. Recenter.
So yeah, that's evolution.
That's evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Recentered. And this is streaming.
SoundCloud. I'm working
SoundCloud.
on doing the full fucking release and shit.
Yeah.
Had a bunch of car trouble and shit. So, you know, we independent artists, nigga.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But yeah, so right now it's on SoundCloud. Link available in the bio, all my social media.
Tell people how to get a hold of you on social media.
At Wvlf Jones, Wvlf Jones.
Yeah.
All platforms. I don't know how the fuck I pulled that off.
It's fire. It's fire. You were able to pull it off. Marley's a fucking pain in the ass. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. So So that song was very revealing, very telling, right?
Yeah.
You definitely painted a picture, and you definitely tell a story with that one. Is that difficult to hear sometimes, reliving those moments, because it had to be tough going through it during those times, right?
Yeah, honestly, that was like some of the moments that kind of sparked the whole shit. This is like song 4 or some shit.
Yeah,
The last one. And then the previous one was song 3. I'm just choosing like chunks from different parts of the
Yeah.
album. I think on the last episode I showed a lot of the first bit, so I was going to try to focus on showing more of the second half.
yeah. The end, towards the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, it's, and like you said, right? Let it out is a tough thing, because you have to deal with it on a couple different levels, right? You have to deal with other people, letting them in behind
Yeah.
the veil, and you have to deal with yourself and what you were going through at that time, and to get it out. Do you feel better now that you got it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a degree of like hesitation, and I'll say even like, nah, not buyer's remorse, but definitely hesitation. Because this is some very introspective shit on myself. Not even just like, like you do like a political song or something, or you do like something that requires a deeper range of emotion.
Yeah.
But you don't dive so deep or
Into
like
yourself.
just blatantly say what the fuck going on.
Right.
You'll use like some metaphors or some other shit. Instead, this is like a fucking like report card.
Yeah.
And that's a lot more personal than
It's like a report.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like this is like a fucking journalist edit
Yeah.
on what the fuck happened. And I'm not fully comfortable with saying all that shit out loud. I'm not gonna lie. But I've also seen in the process of this project being made, like it was having positive effects on people who I'd show it to or who was actively working on it. Like there was actual like personal growth that happened with everybody involved.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. It's reassuring, but it's still like, God damn, like I don't really want to say this about this person, or I don't want to offend these people. Like I used to think these were going to be my parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want to disappoint, but at the same note, like y'all ain't give a fuck about me. So why should I be more worried about people that ain't worried about me? You know what I mean?
And I heard in the song that you even had some acceptance towards that during the time that you wrote it, like the fact that they didn't care about you, but you understood that their loyalty lies where their loyalty
Right.
lies.
Like I feel like it's justified to feel that way, but it's unrealistic to expect it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas like, why the fuck should they keep in contact with the ex-partner?
Right.
This is about their child.
Yeah.
I can respect that. I can understand that. I have some limited parent experience.
Right.
So I don't know, I can empathize with it, but it also doesn't mean it wasn't fucking excruciating.
Yeah, it doesn't make it hurt any less.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like holidays are passing and shit. And it's like, God damn. Like not one, how are you? Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
But I get it. I understand. Because if I was a father, or if I was watching the mother of my child, would I expect either one of us to move any different from that?
Yeah.
It'd be weird otherwise.
And some of it could be guilt as well, right? Because,
Yeah.
How much do they know about what may have been taking place, or how, some of it could be guilt as well,
Exactly.
But that's
Right,
at the
that
end of
was
the day, as long as you can reconcile with yourself, it's who cares about, where their head's at.
That was another thing that really floated throughout this project, is like the guilt shame mechanism, which I watch a lot of like philosophy and, shit like that. A lot of like therapy videos, a lot of just how does the human world kind of work.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I saw something where like the Western world is extremely rooted in like guilt and shame versus like loyalty or fucking respect or, being more honorable. Nah, here it's like get it any way that you can, and you're allowed to feel like a piece of shit, but let it drive you.
Yeah.
And it's like, God damn, bro, like we just had zero opportunity to be fucking chill.
Yeah.
And just understand ourselves and how shit affects the world. No, you're too busy trying to get shit from the world.
Yeah.
So
it's funny because it's a conversation that I have with a lot of my coworkers at times, and it's I was watching an episode of The Sopranos, and Tony was confronted by the one Russian lady, and she said, "No, you Americans are spoiled. You're the only country in the world where there's an expectation to be happy."
Yeah.
And if you think about it, it's a thing, you know, like people expect you to be happy. Like there's an expectation that you like. People like, you know, they'll ask you, "What's wrong?" if you're not happy. You know what I mean? It's not.
I ain't gonna lie. I get frustrated with myself whenever I get upset about some dumb shit because it's like this is such a lightweight issue,
right? You have to.
Okay,
you got to
be
put it in
pissed
perspective,
off, but like let that shit pass, bro. Like, come on now.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's not a big deal, right?
Right. Like I fucking stubbed my toe on some shit. I'm fucking cussing.
Yeah.
But I'm also be like, I did walk into that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and I got a foot to stub my toe on. You know what I mean?
Man.
Fuck, some people ain't got feet or toes. Shit. Who am I?
I ain't gonna lie. If we ever end up in like some cyberpunk ass shit with prosthetics, I might not give a fuck. You
gonna get rid of your limbs and get some biomechanical shit?
I'm gonna jump like 10 feet.
Fuck these legs. Give me some of those metal jaws.
I'm gonna be mad the whole time after, but nigga, I can jump 10 feet.
No, I ain't doing that. You gonna do that Cyberlink shit?
I'm mad that shit even got approved.
Yeah,
why the fuck do you want a computer in your brain?
Bruh, that's what like shit be fucking up all the time. Like shit's overheat all the time. Viruses. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you even risk that in your brain? Nonetheless, what they got to do when they update them joints?
Dumbass nigga downloaded LimeWire in his head.
Got spam. Got motherfucking pop-ups every 3 seconds.
There was a Black Mirror episode where she started getting fucking ads in her brain transplant.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
that's the type of shit that'll happen.
It'd be like a normal ass situation, and she just like randomly sponsors some shit.
Yeah. And this is brought to you by Reese's Puffs.
Right. They was talking about you got to pay extra.
Yeah. To get that shit removed.
To get my fucking brain activity.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do too.
That's what they're going to do.
Yeah. What you gonna say? No, I don't want that update.
They're gonna be like, oh well, you can't leave the border without it.
Yeah. Now you just got some shit in your head you can't use. Blacked out.
I don't trust Meta glasses.
So
why
not Meta glasses? Why don't you trust those?
Because like, what the fuck are you recording, bro? You got a camera in your face.
Oh,
you just live streaming a GoPro to some server.
Yeah. Okay.
Hee and haha.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's Big Brother, bro. We been gave up our privacy. It don't matter. I mean, that's
but like,
if you got
POV
a phone,
is crazy.
If you got a phone, same shit, bro. They got a camera on them joints. You're already giving them the whole John. It's over, bro. Our privacy is wrecked, bro.
Even if this shit dies, they still know where the fuck I'm at.
Our privacy is wrecked, bro. That's just.
But I don't trust Meta glasses because like, what the fuck you need? No, you don't need a GoPro on my face.
Yeah, they do. They need to know everything at all times, bro. Did you see the Julio Fulio murder trial?
Nah.
So they got these. You know who Julio Fulio is from down Jacksonville? There's these Jacksonville Floridas be beefing heavy. There's these Jacksonville rappers who be beefing heavy. Julio Fulio is one of them.
Wait, was he the one that did the beatbox remix?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Is this that shit was fucking crazy?
I don't think so. But bro ended up getting smoked, right? And the people that smoked him, they got from the minute the young boy was loading the pistols in his grandmother's car, they got footage of him doing that. These are all live footages. They got footage of him getting in the hotel room to check into where they're about to do the murder. They got footage of them shooting the car. They got footage of him taking an Uber back. They got footage of him picking up his grandmother's car, unloading the weapons, like the whole. They got footage of the whole shit, bro.
Things you can't do in West Virginia.
Bro, they got footage of the whole shit. So I'm saying all that to say our privacy is already a wrap for that.
It is hilarious the lack of fucking cameras in West Virginia, unless you're actually in a fucking town or some shit. It's just stretches of nothing.
There's no cameras.
Gorgeous.
That's awesome.
Watch out for deer.
No, you're off the grid.
Low key, like the only way to track you is your phone, or whatever random device you got with you.
That's fire. But guarantee somebody got some medical glasses somewhere close by. That's why that shit exists, bro. Look, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's beautiful as fuck. You know what I mean?
It's somebody probably capturing that shit on meta glasses, bro.
Fucking meta glasses. That, and then the fact that they did a Ray-Ban collab, I was just like, fuck y'all.
Because they want motherfuckers to wear them shits,
exactly.
Bro.
No. No,
I want you to wear that shit.
I wouldn't even trust a heart transplant, bro. Why the fuck is there a machine in my body? I mean, if I need it, okay, but
You wouldn't
like,
trust the heart?
goddamn,
Yeah, I wouldn't trust.
I'm just be sitting here like, what if this big glitch? Like,
if you gotta,
I know that they're safe, but goddamn,
if you got to get a heart transplant, you ain't got much of a choice but to
or
trust.
not
it
a heart transplant, a heart monitor.
Oh,
Yeah, a heart monitor.
Oh. You see them joints they got for like sleep apnea? They put them inside you now, and you press a button.
I don't want nothing in my body.
Yeah, I feel you on that, bro. That's just.
I don't. I know this is a bad decision, but like,
yeah, but that shit escapes after you done hitting it. That shit ain't in there.
No, there's this shit called popcorn lung. I'm not fucking with it. I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah, I know about the popcorn.
But this shit tastes like strawberry banana. So like,
fuck it, strawberry
fuck
banana. All right, let's get into this next track. What should we play next for the people, bro?
Shit. Okay, so this one goes a little deep. Pause. But it's like, it's very introspective. Basically, it's like Cognac, but just more direct to the point. And a lot of the shit that contributed to it was, like I said, like this was a point that like there was a lot of different shit going on at once, like fucking deaths, a whole bunch of other shit. And it's just layering up. And I was just kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just talk this shit out. And like Cognac, it was kind of the same type of song, but people like they love it, but I don't feel like the point really comes across what the fuck was going on. So I was just like, damn, I'm in this headspace again. Fuck it. We're just gonna spell it out.
Yeah.
But I also think for people that are kind of thought the same way, it's like hopefully relatable, hopefully not. Like I don't hope people take this as like, oh, he's just going off of some no. But yeah, it's called You Got Me.
You got me?
Very theatrical. Not gonna lie.
I tried to say I'm just a man, my little baby. Lil' mama said that I'm a man, child, I drive her crazy. Girl, what's the plan? I see you packing up. Bro, what the fuck? Our time is up, ain't friends enough. Been losing touch, leaning on my circle. Now you really think I'm square as fuck? Ratio my radius, your angles feeling sharp enough. Smoking on these menthol Marlboros, my lungs got razor cuts. Only thing familiar is my family and feeling pain. What a shame, I used to call you babe. Before any exaggerations, that God told me to call your name. Shit, now you never answer when I try to ask you how's your day. Anyway, insanity is trying when you know the end result's the same. Fuck some fame, baby, can you show me how to get mine so bad? Never mind, you don't know me that I'm not obsessed. I came correct, supported you while all your traumas kept on flowing out your mask. I gave you everything except for focus. I acknowledge that your Reiki hand's so common, but I cannot let you touch the stories trapped inside me, bound to really eat you up. Was up on love and down on luck. I should have taken you to Kennywood. But better date ideas, maybe vacations. Something better for your ego. Stroke yours just like masturbation. I'm just playing. This broken record's hard to listen to. I loved you deeper than I knew, and likewise, we know that's true. It don't feel right to speak about you so unfavorably. Think I forgot how to feel love. Is it all just make-believe? Every time I've trusted each relationship forsaken me. It's deeper than a fish without its water, or a lion lacking sleep. Ego of a Leo, I can't date a damn Pisces. I had you roasting, but you know that I be drowning in my sleep. Supposed to be each other's peace. I pray for you. Do you still pray for me? No sleep paralysis attacking me since you've rejoined the streets. Sheets 1,000 count. but it's abrasive. I could only lay still. Netflix and chill is cool, but I crave something real. What's my deal? I'm still unpacking those redacted woes, and still distilleries don't make enough, yet I'm still strapped behind the wheel. Traversing hills while down slows provide more energy to build. Nose diving like a DC-9, it's safer for me still. Buckle up, though it can't save you. We know both on blast for real. Don't give a fuck about how they hear this. Hope they play you back for real. Don't give a fuck about what's received. Hope they play it back for real. I know we both enjoy some vinyl. Hope they play it back for real. Shit, we used to thrift shop. Made a CD, how's it feel? You almost killed me, bitch. We almost killed me, bitch. I almost killed me, bitch. I chose not to. Don't ask me why. I felt the same. You felt it at the end. Guess I'm not that guy. I'm not shy to talk about my health. Tell me your excuse. Fuck, these lines might come off like it's verbally abuse. These the death throes of letting go, becoming a recluse. I thought to hang my fragile self in your fucking vacant room. A lover's nest became a tomb. E&J, fast food, kept forgetting when to eat while shedding tears beside the moon. Hi, DoorDash for Kara? Yeah, appreciate you. Wanna dance under stars in the moonlight. Wanna dance under stars in the moonlight. Wanna dance under stars in the moonlight. It's not just you. Damn, baby, I'm so tired, I need rest. Still, I'm cool, I feel cute. Pistols taste too bitter. Maybe if I drink so blacking out, I'll get a message through. Maybe if I just start healing, then my scars won't take up space. By the way, Nashville was fun, it gave creative room. Soon they'll crucify me just to claim they're here defending you. You lacked accountability, I was guilty of it too. Birds seem to flock together, fish are prone to swimming schools. God told me testimony was the way I had to move. Palo Santo for the past and sandalwood to prep the mood. Just so you know, I cleaned the slate with 0 ayahuasca use. I need substance, first I had to cut my love addiction loose. Poof, boom, damn, doors slam. God damn, my fucking hands only good for fumbling bands. Every time I'm broke, the beast awoke and crack a seal. I don't even fucking hate you, I just wish you kept it real. Why'd you stay around so long if you were gonna leave me still? I'm not possessive, I'm not expecting. You made me reevaluate all my selections. I ask for answers, but I stumble on more questions. Silent stressing, manic depression. I lost the election, panic deflections. Saw your inflections, heard through your texting. You think you're different cause you're finally a Texan. Bro, don't diminish, just let it finish. You were the yin to my yang, we're done swimming. My blood thinning, the devil winning. I just hope it won't repeat through future women. I figured it out. I feel unhinged, when does it end? The door flying off the frame, I feel the winds. I need my friends, I'm dead again. Damn, this love, been feeling lonely as a bitch. I feel disheveled, my brain so troubled. Each these steps were made without me feeling level. An evil hello, inside God's meadow. As above, so below, we've worked the bellows. A spark of change as I'm descending into mellow. A different fellow, my soul unsettled. Now it's me and Father God learning to let go. As Satan meddles, I clutch my metal. At the window like I'm Malcolm check for agents. I'm unhinged, I'm unhinged. Recenter, release, let go. It's done, it's dead, take nothing. You got me, bro, don't let go. Bro, don't let go. Bro, don't let go. Bro, don't let.
It's a
Yeah. It's a lot to unpack, though, right? Those situations are a lot to unpack. And I heard you allude to like even carrying like those type of experiences on to the next one, right?
Yeah.
And hoping that you don't. Do you think that you were able to find closure? And was this project a part of that process of finding closure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this project was kicking my ass the entire time. Cause like I record some shit and then I hear it back, I'm be like, oh fuck. You know, so it was like realizing after, because it literally would just be like a flow of fucking melodramatic ass moments.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's not the right term, maybe it is, but you know what I mean? It was just like, God damn, I'm in my bag. And I just go write about it. And then I just blindly fly through the week to get to the next recording session or some shit. And so, yeah, we started like January of 2025. And then of course there was life stuff, holidays, shit like that. People gotta have family time. But like
schedule's just not aligning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It definitely helped me kind of reconcile with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I do listen to this one a lot just because it's like, excuse me, damn, like I really was in that headspace. You know what I mean? Like, not because I'm actively feeling like it, but because it's like, okay, let's take note. This isn't where we want to be at.
Right.
You know, so I just
it's like watching game tape if you're an athlete.
Like it's like, and that's the other thing is like my music in general is like a highlight reel of what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
It's like news reports of, okay, well,
moments of your life.
Right. Yeah. You know, it could be happy, it could be sad, it could be fun, it could be dead fucking serious. Yeah. But it's just what the moment had created.
Yeah.
But it's definitely heavy. I ain't gonna lie. And I think when they get to this point in the project, it's like, okay, holy, like, you know, either it's time to cut this bitch off or I didn't, like, wow, that's some crazy fucking arc you took.
Yeah.
You know, it just kind of comes
you
out.
Take them to a place that they didn't think they would go.
Right. Yeah. You know, and I hope it don't like traumatize nobody because I know that there's people that can relate to the shit. But, you know, I've also known a lot of people that decided to be, you know, like they took that route.
Yeah.
So it's also kind of cathartic in that way where it's like you ain't alone, bro. But damn. So yeah.
Is that part of your hope in releasing this project that you find people who can relate to it in that way, that it helps them to heal if they're going through similar situations?
I think that it's just a project meant to affect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of folks, like, they don't really, like I said, being like independent, you don't have to worry about like, am I losing money from this or is this going to fuck up my brand? You know, when you aren't held by those restrictions or obligations,
right?
You know, you can't really take certain risks too crazy.
That's 100% true.
It is kind of like taking advantage of the fact that, you know, ain't nobody go and turn this bitch platinum overnight. I mean, that'd be fucking great.
Yeah.
But it's going to take some time to build. You know, this is probably a good time to just be like, fuck it, this is who I am.
Yeah.
You know? And then you can get to all the fun shit afterwards.
Right.
But this project,
this was necessary.
Right. Like it had to come out or I was going to keep just dealing with the shit like everybody else. I don't strive to do that.
Going outside the box.
So
yeah, hell yeah, bro. So what can we expect coming up? We know you just dropped the project. I know you just got done with a show, and I know you got some shows coming up. Tell us about them a little bit, bro.
So July 11th, gonna have some shit down at 123, courtesy of Spikey. What It Do King is gonna be a cool ass fucking show, man. Is a stat card. It's a fucking stat card, and I'm excited. I don't know, because like the project's finally fucking done. Like I can like go just be myself now.
Yeah.
You know, like the topic matter is definitely introspective, but I can go just do me. Because it's not fucking restraining shit, or it's not like causing me to have fucking brain fog or some shit. Like
have you performed any of this music from the project live?
The first time was yesterday.
Yeah.
I did like some testing shit when we were still working on demos and whatnot. But yesterday, there was a Juneteenth festival down in Clarksburg, courtesy of Adrian Michael and his family. And I performed Divine Intervention and a couple of the songs I'm actually showing tonight. But again, it was cathartic because it's like, oh shit, like is out.
Did it connect in a way that you hope it would?
Yeah, there was some positive reaction. You know, it was like some cookout type shit. So like everybody trying to get their food and shit. I get it. You know, but there was a decent group of folks there. They was like applauding and shit. I'm like, damn, this is way crazier than what I thought. I thought this was gonna be like, ugh, get away, you know. So, but again, I'm not comfortable with the whole like opening up shit. I don't like that shit. So.
You're still stepping in a strange space for you. New territory. Yeah.
So I don't know. It was reassuring. That's the word I should use. It was reassuring.
Hell yeah. With more to come. So you got the show coming. Are you planning on doing a release party for the project itself?
I should, but I definitely don't have anything planned.
Definitely should, bro. Definitely should.
I should put that together because it deserves it. But I don't know. I don't like being around people and shit. Like I said, I got to be summoned, bro.
Yeah.
So when it's like I got to go out my way to be around motherfuckers, oh shit. Like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. But I love performing. Right. I do. I know I made a post like the other day where I was like, I'm fucking tired. I still love performing.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just tired of being around people 24/7.
Right. Everything that comes with performing.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, man. I be inside so early now. I don't give a fuck.
It's a nice place to be in life. It's a nice place to be. No, man, I appreciate you coming down and sharing this with us for sure. The project is special. I definitely hear what you were trying to convey through the music, and I definitely it's fun to get the background on it and where it comes from, and I think it connects that much more. Understanding where it comes from, actually, you know, and you're speaking on real life experiences, so the story paints itself. Yeah. It's a conceptual album without having to without the intentions of being a conceptual album. So I think that's fire.
And again, it was just like it just kind of came together. It wasn't even supposed to be this long. It was supposed to just be like the abrasive shit. And it's like, nah, there's more to explore about yourself here, bro. Like you can be mad, but like, why were you mad?
Yeah.
You know, so
it was giving you a chance to do some shadow work.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the next one, checking out. I think that's a turning point in the project where it's like, I don't know, it was a little bit more uplifting.
Yeah.
The other stuff is pretty heavy, but this is where the project kind of goes into the like higher energy. So
different vibe altogether.
Yeah, like it kind of flips itself.
Let's get into this checking out. Did you do this intentionally to flip the vibe of the project?
Nah, like I said, it was just kind of documenting everything that was going on.
Yeah.
So it just kind of like progressed to that point.
It was a natural progression.
Yeah.
To get to this point. It wasn't with any intent to change the vibe, but it just happened to be what it is.
Recording like a few months ago.
Right.
Out of the 2-something years that it took to make this shit. You know, it's finally just like, we got to master this shit. We got to get it done.
Right.
So yeah, it went from like 8 to fucking 18, but it documents a pretty solid period of growth, I'd say.
All 18 were required.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into this checking out.
I've been carrying relationships for way too long. I need closure, I need space, get off my goddamn phone. Can't even feel complete within my goddamn home. Ain't really being distant, I just need some time alone. I've been carrying relationships for way too long. I need closure, I need space, get off my goddamn phone. Can't even feel complete within my goddamn home. Ain't really being distant, I just need some time alone. It's life enough, sometimes too much when I be coolin' by myself. I give you these new adjustments as rewarding to myself. I feed the bugs to all the rats that carry fleas. They plaguing me. Habits no longer routine. Don't be deceived by what you see. Perceiving me like I'm a pest may be the best for you and I. Barely step out my composure, even rarer step outside. Showing up for me like Moses coming off the mountain. I think I wanna invite myself from most my old surroundings. I got a code, avoid a hasty package, golden idol. I see more value trying to learn than seeing worth in rivals. Can't get distracted by tsunamis, I'm trying to earn on title. Or maybe even biz, I'll teach my reach again. Bro, why the fuck you reaching out? I didn't know we friends. How many times you gotta learn that I won't learn again? Internal peace been hard to find, ain't trying to try again. Proverbially, how many scenes can I keep dying in? I've been carrying relationships for way too long. I need closure, I need space, get off my goddamn phone. Can't even feel complete within my goddamn home. Ain't really being distant, I just need some time alone. I've been carrying relationships for way too long. I need closure, I need space, get off my goddamn phone. Can't even feel complete within my goddamn home. Ain't really being distant, I just need some time alone. Change direction like the cats can't hear me cut again. I've done some surgeries through metaphors and axioms. I'm on the leading edge like Sacagawea. Tired from nurturing and doing work needed. Could map it out for y'all, but still trying to see it. I cross these mountains for the ocean to greet me. Let's be Pacific, nigga, don't you forget it. The one that lays the groundwork gets no credit. I gave some ground and now folks thinking they better. Whatever, most niggas never outdo me. They business skills are clever. You got medallions, here's my chalice full of blessings, nigga. How'd you utilize them cards that you was dealt within it? Don't scrutinize, cause I revitalize my self-care, nigga. Them foreign eyes too oversized are always welcome in it. I'm finished, we gave it a guard now. Yeah, 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 I hang my chains right there, put my rings right there. It's just me, myself, and I, you know the gang's all here. I hang my chains right there, put my rings right there. It's just me, myself, and I, you know the gang's all here. I hang my chains right there, put my rings right there. It's just me, myself, and I, you know the gang's all here. Hey, it's all perception, avoid deflection. Sometimes God and the devil both give direction. What you selecting? How introspective? You chose your comfort over growth, now that's depressing. Why be a stick within the mud, injecting sludge into your temple, feeling evil as you may, but can't perceive the change is simple, It's all just energy. We all seek synergy. Stay trapped by memories, not analyzing imagery. The portrait painted the aesthetics of your history. A child trapped within the corpse of who you used to be. Fuck what y'all think of me. Ain't no one thanking me. I've slaved for years and every time I catered graciously. The karmic cycle, only way I've seen it paying me. I'm born again through my discernment, been relearning me. I could profess my growth, but secret where it stays with me. I leak some wisdom when I feel it's equal energy. Yeah. I hang my chains right there, put my rings right there. It's just me, myself, and I, you know the gang's all here. I hang my chains right there, put my rings right there. It's just me, myself, and I, you know the gang's all here. I hang my chains right there, put my rings right there. It's just me, myself, and I, you know the gang's all here. I'ma keep it a buck. There ain't many people existing on earth that deserve my trust. Can't give a fuck. Said that you hated me. How come your thoughts ain't even enough? Anything said to me that ain't been sent for me never gets close to the center. I tend to keep in peace. Energy, yeah. Fuck is you with such an adolescent attitude, protruding through your views, revealing yous are lost and so confused. I know you feel abused, your ego bruised by my successful moves. I don't need a mansion, Rolex calling in a coochie for my validation. I guess we're working on two different nations, segregated by the principles we chose to elevate. No escaping natural cycles, that's our destination. You ain't in my congregation, different conversations. All my niggas walk in grace and other niggas think shit gravy. I'm too wavy for some broken rubber babies to disrupt my trance. Niggas try to sum me, I'm not threatened by they stance. Grounded punks Satani need an army to remove me, fam. Yeah, I'm just saying, man, I hang my chains right there, put my rings right there. It's just me, myself, and I, you know the gang's all here. I hang my chains right there, put my rings right there. It's just me, myself, and I, you know the gang's all here. I hang my chains right there, put my rings right there. It's just me, myself, and I, you know the gang's all here.
It kind of like flips a little bit. That's kind of where it got to the point where I was like realizing dressed.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, well, fuck. How do I feel better about myself? Or like, what do I need to understand? Or, all right, cool. There's this shit called fucking boundaries. What are those?
Yeah.
So
It was the big takeaway from it all.
exactly. You know, that's where like the self-reflection kind of started to kick in, where it's like, all right, let me be a little bit more open-minded, or, you know, what could I have done better in some of these situations? Or just realizing like you can forgive somebody without having to fucking talk to them.
Yeah.
You can make peace with a situation without having to seek closure. Like,
Right.
you good. You just have to accept the shit and move forward. I know that's easier said than done.
Yeah, in
but,
some cases it can be, yeah.
you know, but at the end of the day, that's the same realization we all come to. So
Right. No matter what you do, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
you reach that point exactly where it's just like, all right, well, let me just do better.
Right.
So
Moving
yeah.
forward. Is that what Wvlf Jones is doing now? Doing better moving forward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing, so there's a couple things I took away from this, and it came partially from some of the shit that I was learning about my dad, as well as the shit that I was just unpacking as a person. Where it's like, all right, well, how do I become the version of a man that I would want, like a daughter or someone to meet? You know what I mean? Like, let me just be more aware of myself in general. How do I become a better human?
Yeah.
And so I don't like some of the shit that I said on here, because I feel like it's a little out of pocket, but it's also the headspace I was in, and I'm not going to take it back, because that's what the truth was.
Is it cringy to listen to some of it?
In the beginning, yeah. But again, like, I've been listening to this shit for like 2 years now. So
yeah,
I also realized, like, for some folks it's a little bit more jarring, whereas for me it's just like, oh yeah, let me listen through it.
You sat on it for some time.
Right. Like, I've already kind of moved past, everybody's moved past the situation by now. You know, so I just kind of listen to it as a project instead of like reliving experiences or some shit.
Yeah, you can enjoy it as an
audience or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take yourself out of the shoes of being an artist and enjoy it as a consumer.
Exactly. Because otherwise you're obsessed about the mix, you're obsessed about, well, what layers do I want to add? Is there any other vocals that I want to put on there?
Yeah.
Shit like that. You nitpicking. So it was good to be out that headspace after a while, where like this was like the sole thing I was focused on doing. So yeah. It definitely, like, self-reflection. That's the main theme in this project, I'd say.
Yeah.
You know, there's the snapping point where it's like, all right, damn. But then there's also like, okay, so this nigga continue to work on himself.
What's the takeaway you would want the audience to take from it? Like the viewer, the people that are listening to this song, what takeaway would you want them to get from all of this?
I say, like, no matter what it applies to, just like start the work.
Yeah.
You know, like, hopefully it makes people feel a little bit more comfortable with like reinforcing themselves, self-reflection, setting proper boundaries, having better standards for yourself, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, not as any digs towards anybody, but just like, if you're listening to this, I hope that you gain something out of it.
Yeah.
More than it just be like, oh, that was a cool project.
Yeah,
it was just cool, but like, I want you to feel like there was some value in the.
You want it to be more than a moment in time,
right?
Yeah.
You know, because I've got stuff for that, but I feel like, again, I've seen it positively affect people already. So.
Yeah, and it's early on, right? You just released it, so all right. I got a fun segment for you where I ask some questions and you give me an answer to these questions. It's not sponsored yet. If y'all want to sponsor this segment, we certainly can get some sponsors on this. So my first question to you is, what would be your dream collab if you can collab with anyone?
Anybody TDE.
Who is it?
Anybody TDE. Literally, like,
you just let the whole roster?
Literally. It shit would be fire. I say PG Lang too, because, you know,
okay.
But yeah, that shit would be fucking crazy. But also, like, Smino, JID, J. Cole, it should be fire. Wale.
Okay.
Yeah. Big Crit.
Yeah, Crit. That's a good one.
So
Sure.
I don't know. I just feel like it'd be some cool shit. Oh, BK the Ruler too.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
What album do you consider flawless? Perfect album.
Mm. Damn. Can I pick like multiple or
Yeah.
it's got to be like the one?
No, you can if you feel that there's multiple albums that are flawless, go ahead.
Okay. I say the Sun's Tirade. No, I fuck with the Sun's Tirade, but the House is Burning.
Okay.
Vince Staples, Skip Tracing, Mild High Club. I really fuck with like SZA, Control.
Yeah.
But I'd say Miseducation for sure.
Lauryn Hill to cap it. We'll take it. Punchlines or storytelling?
Storytelling. I fuck with punchlines, but storytelling.
You're a fan of the storytelling?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I be thinking a lot too. So like it's like, oh cool. A whole fucking universe. Let's go.
Yeah. Trying to break it down.
Literally.
I think it helps keep people engaged too, right? It's fun to go back to, and you might dig things out of storytelling that you didn't catch before. I mean, I guess punchlines are the same way. Sometimes you might catch a couple different things when you go back to
listen to like my mom and my uncle both are like big hip hop heads, like out the gate. Mm-hmm. So I grew up around a lot as well, especially like storytelling hip hop. Yeah. So I definitely continued looking into it as a teenager. It's
one of the things that brings you into to a song or an artist.
Everybody else listening to like 2 Chainz, I'm listening to Immortal Technique, like just chilling.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, for sure. Give me 3 MCs that have a dream cipher with yourself. You would already be in the cipher. Give me 3 other MCs to join you.
You said 3 others?
3 others, yeah.
Absol, Joey Badass, Denzel Curry, J-Rock.
That's 4. Gave me 4.
All right, so knock one off. You choose.
No, you can have 4. I'll let you have 4. I'll let you have 4. All right. They did they had a spiral. They had the spiral. And that was Absol.
I got more than name, but apparently I did 4.
Yeah, you did 4. Yeah, you did 4. A beat, your favorite beat in hip hop that you wish you would have had for yourself. Anywhere, any beat that you've ever heard. What beat do you wish you would have had for yourself?
Ultimate Denzel Curry.
Okay.
That shit's just fucking crazy. And then like I be listening to shit 24/7. But for some reason, every time I listen through Recentering, it goes straight over to that song. So it's like, no, apparently I gotta do some shit with that. Like
that's the one that goes back for you?
Yeah.
One thing that you think people most misunderstand about you, or the biggest misunderstanding about you?
I don't know. I think it like I'll admit I think it's like anger, because like I'll just shut down. I don't want to be involved in no fucking bullshit. So
think
like
people take it personally?
Just stop talking and if you make me fire back, like I don't like using my words. I use words 24/7. I know a lot of fucking words.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I'm not trying to get in no blowout fucking argument. And that could be in a relationship. That could be with my family. Just don't fuck with me. Yeah. I don't seek to be angry. I make it a point not to be. But like, nigga, why are you twisting my fucking arm right now? People be coming at me crazy too, though. So like, it won't be some normal shit. It'll be like a full like fucking personality dissection for some lightweight shit. I'm like, do I look like a bitch to you or something? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
I don't like the angles people be coming at me. So I'm going fire back. But like, I don't like doing that shit. So I just stay to my fucking self and mind my fucking business.
Right.
Leave me alone.
To avoid any type of conflict.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of peace that comes with that too, because like you learn how to spend time with yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, that's stacked on top of the other shit in the project. You know, it's just like, all right, you know what? I just don't want to be around nobody. So I'm gonna stay over here. Y'all can be cool. Y'all can have a nice ass day. I'm having a fucked up time. I'm gonna be in the bag. You know, I don't like being around people when my energy's off, because then it's like it's not genuine.
Yeah.
You fucking faking the shit. Like,
yeah.
If you ain't trying to go, don't go.
And you don't want to point that anger in a direction that it's not intended to go.
Exactly. Because like then you always like on your fucking toes about shit. Yeah. Somebody do some stupid ass shit and now you blowing up about something from like 8 months ago.
Yeah, ain't even got nothing to do with
you
nothing.
Ain't even addressed the shit.
Right.
You just
glazed over it.
Exactly. So I don't know.
Makes sense.
I say that that's because I'll communicate what's wrong with me.
Right.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, especially after I already done told you.
For anybody.
Yeah.
For anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't fuck with it.
I feel it. I ain't mad at it, bro. Especially if you let your point be known. Shit, you gotta respect it.
Right. So I took the time out of my day to fucking tell you and explain to you why I'm frustrated, but you about to piss me off.
Right. No consideration towards it.
Can we have a normal discussion, or are you gonna keep fucking probing at me? Like, chill. Like, and that's where it started, because niggas don't like when you shut the shit down.
Yeah. Yeah, some people just want, they want to get the last word in. They want to get their, you know what I mean? It ain't even necessary.
I know too many words.
It ain't even necessary.
So, nigga, leave me the fuck alone. Like,
for real. No, man, I appreciate you coming down and joining us down here at the World's Dopest Podcast, man. Like I said,
appreciate you.
You're a family you're a family of the network at this point, man. You know, the Bunch of Bulls Studio Network, of course. On the Molly State of Mind podcast, the World Dopest Podcast, bro. I think this was a good time. I definitely appreciate you sharing, the story with us and sharing the album with us. Make sure if y'all get a chance to stream it right now, it's on SoundCloud. He said he is going to release it for y'all, but right now, make sure y'all stream it on SoundCloud for sure, right? You said the links is all in all the socials.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell them how to get a hold of you if they want to get a hold of you on the socials. They want to follow you. They want to listen to the album. What's the best way to do all that?
At Wvlf Jones, Wvlf Jones.
Yeah.
And somehow it worked out for all platforms.
Yeah, man.
So
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. I'm like one of the first motherfuckers to pop up on Google and shit. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's fire.
Peculiar name.
Yeah, that's fire. No, for sure, man. No, once again, I said I appreciate you for coming down and joining us. Next week we will have a special podcast that we're doing on Wednesday. We won't be here for Saturday but for next week we'll do a Wednesday podcast with a very special guest. So make sure y'all tune in on Wednesday at 8 p.m. That's one that you don't want to miss for sure. Before we get out of here, is there anything that I didn't ask you that you might want to convey to the audience? You want to get across? You want to promote anything like that?
T-shirts, CDs, or vinyl, or all three. That's it.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Hey, make sure y'all get in touch with that, man. For sure. But until then, we'll see y'all next Wednesday on the World's Dopest Podcast. After that, we will be back to our regular time. But next Wednesday, make sure y'all check us out for a very special episode with a very special guest. But until then, we're out of here. Peace.